So we in the book we started with the character power tools because number one, a lot of these words are very simple to understand, and once we have a clear kind of picture of what those things might feel like, it's actually really easy to start taking steps toward them. So something like um, simplicity, for instance, like once we have a grasp of like one tiny spot where we could make life simpler, even if that's just like decluttering the kitchen, like all of a sudden there's space to really take on more. And so these character power tools, the thing that's so cool about them is like, yes, they can be developed as like that one characteristic, but we presented them first so that as you kind of step into the mind, body, spirit work, you can really see that like, yes, you can develop these characteristics on their own, but you can also use these other aspects of training to grow the characteristic. And it's like this back and forth relationship between these two things. And so that's why we wanted to, really highlight and, these characteristics. Something that's really important to understand from our book is like, this is not, we didn't like fabricate this idea just out of the universe. Like these are qualities and methods that like time honored traditions that have stood the test of time. They've transcended culture and religion. And like these are qualities that show up in every single tradition of becoming. And so how do we utilize those, right? Because that was a real sticking point for me when I started my own journey like deeper into this self-mastery work was like this one way wanted you to call it this thing and perform it this way. And this other way wanted you to call it this thing and perform it this way. And as I'm like learning these different traditions, I'm like, this is all just syntax. Like we are talking about the exact same thing. Why not use those qualities that every path talks about and utilize them like just in really simple day-to-day ways so that we can be in a state of becoming, even in the state of like running carpool and
Hmm.
like making lunches in the morning, like just normal life. So that was really important for us, not only like that these are just time honored characteristics that just are part of becoming, but then also this, back and forth between the mind, body, spirit, and who that allows you to be as a person.